In today's video, we have Mr. Joseph Dafana, the CEO and director of Mossy Wines, one of the best black-owned wines in Africa. Mr. Dafana shares his entrepreneurship journey from how he was just a gardener and a waiter to becoming one of the best sommeliers in Africa. So subscribe to this channel if you like such kind of videos. Grab a pen and a paper and be inspired.
Every day you're gonna have to learn something new. Days spent without learning something new is a day wasted, in my opinion. So that's why I get to really like to interact with people from walks of life. I mean, it's always good to know and learn about new cultures, new languages, new like everything. You know? So if I have time, I mean, really to spare into like meeting people and that stuff. I'm always out.
Oh, I noticed, but thank you so much. I'd like to know more about your journey. Where did you start? What inspired you to start something like what you do? Have you always known that you like things to do with this?
Sounds like we're doing a repetition of the interview which I had in the morning. But, no, look, I mean, I was actually, I'm a Zimbabwean boy, of course. And I was born in the deep rural area of Chilmans, where even a cheap cider is really expensive. I was not a drinker. Grew up in a Pentecostal church. My mom is full-on gospel, believing Jesus as I do, of course. Yeah, but then the world just changed when I came down to South Africa in 2008. 2010, that's when I ate my first glass of wine, which I was given by my ex-boss when I was celebrating my 28th birthday. You know, so but I didn't like it because I didn't have all these wine vocabularies which I have now. But it was very tart, astringent, and very dry, so it was unpalatable. Then 2013, I worked as a harvest in and I also started studying end of 2012 thereabouts. In 2014, that's when I landed my first job as a sommelier. You know, but during all these times before then, I was like a barman, gardener, dishwasher, and all that stuff. So then I went for Laculum restaurant, which was when I was there one of the best restaurants in Africa. I don't know now. And I left them last year in June. And yeah, so I remember in 2014 again. That's when I started making my own wine, mostly wines and spirits, like 2 barrels, a barrel of Chenin Blanc and a barrel of Syrah. That's like 600 euros each. So from 2014 until today, that's like almost like 7 years, and we've grown significantly. We now have about just under 20,000 bottles. And we roped in gin, which is the spirit side, because it's mostly wines and spirits, so the spirit side is the gin. So I do also distill gin, not make gin, the Somerset West, which I launched in London in 2018. So yeah, so I mean, that's actually the primary project which I run. And I'm the sole director of that company, owner, the founder. Then I have another range called Yuri Hartman. It's a Bordeaux style blend, 1 bottle, 1 wine which we made, not 1 bottle per se, but 1 wine which we made with my 2 friends. They own a brand called Yuri Hartman. So I brought the Mossy face, which is a bit larger than Yuri Hartman, so it's called Mossy Yuri Hartman. It's Cape South, Melo, Cape Franc, and Petit Verdot. Then I just launched another wine called Tongai Wine. One of the most respected gentlemen in the Southern Hemisphere in terms of wine judging. His name is Michael Friedman, and also the president of Vinosphere, who's based in America. His name is Derek Howard. So we managed to have that. I own 51% of that project. So we managed to actually have that going, and we're selling a lot in America. That was the main reason why we actually wanted that. Because we wanted to sell more to America. So So we listed with Costco and all these other big guys in America. So yeah, so that's actually some reason I went on the side and a bit of consulting.
Oh, that's interesting. I've been going through the internet and I've been seeing you in France. What was happening in France?
So in France, I am the current captain of Team Zimbabwe for Blind Wine Tasting Championships.
Serious?
Thank you very much. So I'm the captain of Team Zimbabwe. Thank you so much. So since 2017. So every year there is this competition which is being run in France, different wine growing regions. This year we're in Champagne region. It's like the Olympics of wine, whereby you get to taste blind 12 wines from all over the world, which comes in a decanter without seeing the label or the bottle. Then you just like this. Then you have to tell the producer, the cultivar, the vintage, the region, and the country. So we came 20th out of 31 countries in the world, and we managed to be South Africa and Kenya. So we're the African champions.
Ah, that's good. Congratulations. Congratulations. So what inspires you?
I used to live like between the vineyards, like in the middle of vineyards, in the sense that we were surrounded by the vineyards, and I was quite fascinated by how can someone really convert grapes to wine, you know. And I keep asking myself million questions, and also after seeing people when I was now a waiter. After seeing people really drinking wine and still engaging in fruitful conversations, laughing, all that stuff, I got to really ask myself, like, what's in this beverage which makes people so happy? And that's when I began to really wanted to know more. I just wanted to know more about it. So yeah, and I never looked back.
That's interesting. Throughout your business journey, you said it's about 7 years now. Any challenges?
Of course, yes. I mean, there are certain challenges which you face. I mean, firstly, in a foreign land when running a business, I mean, there's a lot of like you trying to find like your fits in a way. And remember, I don't own vineyards. I rely on buying grapes. So you're gonna have to know their culture first, to know their lingo, to know how they speak and all that stuff. Get to be friends first before you do anything, because the world now is being run by who do you know where, you know.
Yeah.
So at first it was a little bit difficult for me, but now I know pretty much most of the guys who are wine growers and also the winemakers too. So it's a bit easy for me now. But then at first it was such a challenge really to get exactly what I want when I need what I want when I want to use that. You know what I mean? And plus, you know, getting into this industry, wine industry, as a black person, is very difficult in different aspects. You know, I mean, 10, 15, I would say 15 years ago, all the sommeliers on the floor, like here in South Africa, were white people. If they were black, there were one or two blacks only. But now things have changed a little bit. When I got in, there was still very few black people who were in the wine industry. But then with my friends, industry colleagues, we managed to make wine less intimidating to the general populace. How? By founding this group, what's called Black Seller Club, BLACC. It was actually founded by, I would say, like-minded people who wanted to make wine less intimidating to people in the townships. So now it's really working. You see lots of people really getting into the wine industry, mostly black people and all that stuff. So I'm very happy really seeing stuff like that, or that transformation, I'm saying. So yeah, and selling wine is another story. You're gonna have to sell wine. You can't just make wine, you need to sell it. And if you're not known, it's very difficult to sell your wine as well. You can make really one of the most delicious wine under the sun. Then if you don't know how to sell it, I mean, it won't really sell at all.
I saw you launch Tongai Wines with one of the best supermarkets in Africa, picknpay.
Yes. Yes. Yeah, for sure. So we listed in picknpay Kanawo, picknpay Constantia, and more for Africa as well. So it's something which our distributor really managed to strike that deal. I mean, I'm quite delighted to really to have been actually launching that brand locally, especially with that with Pick n Pay. And the wine is moving. We get a bit of more feedback as well from the clients, and Pick n Pay itself is really happy getting that brand. So I'm very excited really to see how this will actually take us.
Congratulations. Where do you brew your wine? Is it called brewing?
Making. Wine. So I make my wine 100 kilometers out of Cape Town towards Namibia route. The region is called Swartland. The place or area is called Rivik Castile. I make my wines at Rivik Cellars. So did you just come to visit, or do you have any relatives, friends, or?
I came to explore.
That's fantastic. That's really good. I wish I was you. We can just travel for a living. Wow, that's brilliant.
No, the thing is, I'm a YouTuber, so I make content, work with companies, get paid.
That's tough.
I called a movement called African Without Borders. Me being Zimbabwean, staying in South Africa, I know how it feels, and sometimes the stigma associated with being Zimbabwean, trying to make it in South Africa. So I'm creating a movement where I just promote unity across African countries and educate the people that these things with tribalism, it's fluid across Africa. I can be Shona today, but my forefathers traveled all the way from Kenya in their Swahili. So I can't say I'm Shona, so I can't vibe with Swahili people, I can't vibe with other people. So basically, for me, my mission is to move across African countries, all African countries, share the narrative about Africa, share about the way of living, share how people live, and just show the world that you can go to Nairobi right now. Nairobi looks like Harare. We are Africans, we are one, basically, that's it. So I plan to go across all African countries. Right now I'm on country number 3.
Oh, that's really great. Country number 3, wow. How many countries do we have in Africa? 54? Yeah?
56, I think.
54, 56, thereabouts. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Wow, that's great. I don't think, it's just like me. I mean, I've done Kenya.
Kenya is my favorite country in
I'm
the whole world,
going
I'm
there
telling you.
In about 2 weeks, I think I'll be in Kenya again.
That's so nice.
So I've done
so
Kenya,
nice.
Namibia, of course, Zim in South Africa.
Yeah.
4 for now.
That's nice.
See how it goes. Yeah.
I love African countries. I like how rich in culture African countries are, and everything in between. Kenya being my favorite country, I'm yet to go there. I was planning to go to Kenya after Namibia.
Namibia is good, but I think it's quite small. The city is very small.
It's quite small.
My opinion, yeah. Okay. So,
how many people do you employ? Have you employed?
Look, during harvest, I would say, just above 20 people, because we need to harvest as quick as possible. I would say, under 30.
Under 30.
Yeah, under 30 people, because we need to harvest as quick as possible so that we can take the grapes to the cellar like immediately. Then in the cellar, it's myself, the head winemaker, and about 2 cellar assistants. Then I do my own sales, my own invoicing. I put an accountant. I've got a company lawyer as well. So I'm the guy who does everything. Cleaning, dishwashing, and all that stuff. So if you want a director for a meeting, I'll get my suit and go. If you want a sales rep, I'll go. If you want a marketing manager, I'll go. So I fit myself.
That's
Kind of
impressive.
fit like literally. I'm like elastic. I can take any shape.
That's impressive. And for you to grow, you gotta do all the dirty work.
Yeah. Plus the company is not really that big enough to employ so many people.
Do you have to go to school for you to be a, is it called sommelier?
Sommelier, of course, yes. You're gonna have to go to school. You're gonna have to know what you're talking about, because you'll be dealing with guests from all walks of life, from all over the world, and these guys know exactly what they're drinking. Imagine if someone tried to really bullshit us here about wines. You're gonna have to know what to say.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I always feel like this wine thing is so complicated. I myself, I'm not at a stage where I drink wine and enjoy it. I still feel like it's too dry for me.
So you don't enjoy wine?
Unfortunately.
Well, you have to learn how to drink it. I mean, most people really drink most of the alcohol beverages just to get drunk. But if you get to understand it, how it's made, why is that wine served with this particular dish, you get to know really better and more. You know what I mean? So I just think that you're gonna have to teach yourself a lot of things. I mean, before you get to like it. I'd say it's like fashion. I mean, you can't just look up in the shop and buy this jacket before you even actually get a bit of a glance, or you might have seen it somewhere else being worn by someone else. Like all those things, you're gonna have to know something for you to like or to know it better. You know what I mean? So try and drink maybe from the off-dry ones, which is a bit sweet, all the way. Yeah.
Is there like a special rule or special law with winemaking, or you can just create a flavor of your own?
No, I mean all these grape varieties they put their own different flavors. However, you can use certain there are certain yeasts for certain aromas or flavors as well. So if you want something which is more tropical or more guava or whatever it is, you can get or try to get a yeast clone which can impart or gives you that. My wines are quite natural. We don't really add any yeast or any what do you call acid. We use natural acidity, and they're still delicious. You're going to taste one. You know that you're not a drinker, otherwise I wouldn't have actually got a bottle for you.
After this, I was actually going to Pick n Pay, look for Tongai wines and try it. I'll tell you about it.
Okay, cool. Oh, that'll be good. Feedback really makes us grow. Especially the negative ones.
Oh, I have people watching you from all over the world, and I have this tradition on my channel where everyone comes on my channel, they leave a word of advice to people watching me, be it career-wise, be it anything in life. What would you say to people watching you?
Well, look, I mean, you're gonna have to know what you want in life, and look, go for gold, not for bronze. If you want something, you know, and put more hours. Determination brings success, and I mean, people have to learn that is come is go. People want to be millionaires in a flash or anything. You're gonna have to work. You're gonna have to sweat. No sweat, no sweat. That's what I believe in. You're gonna have to really work extra hard. We were born that way. I mean, why would we not change the formula? I mean, we're born to work extra hard for us to be somewhere else. I know for a fact that, I mean, you can change your life. I clock 16 hours a day, every day. So yeah, honestly speaking, I mean, you're gonna have to put more hours and know exactly what you want. Don't do something because Joseph is doing it, because we might be actually studying an exam, right? But then we have different questionnaires with different question papers. So don't envy someone because of who they are, because of what they achieved. You don't even know what made them to be there. Just take your own route and make the most of it.
Okay, one last question before we go. I come across a lot of people with the mentality that only those who have their generational wealth handed over to them are the only ones that make it. What's your comment on that? For you to be where you are today, did you get pushed from generational wealth? Did you just wake up and everything is laid for you and you have to take it on a silver platter?
Look, I am actually one of the few who are trying to change the narrative. I did not get anything when my dad passed, or not even a goat, not even chicken, nothing. I've worked myself from scratch. I founded my company from the money which I got from the garden and from the floor when I was a waiter up until today. I don't work for anyone else, I work for myself. If I work for someone, that's consulting. So yes, of course, I mean, there's nothing wrong by inheriting something or anything from your family, but then what does it say to those who are not born with that golden spoon like me. I wasn't born with a golden spoon. If you put again more hours, know what you want, be determined, you will achieve your goals. It may take you 20 years, but then at the end of the day, you will get to achieve your goals, and you will smile at the end of the day. So I mean, I don't really believe in that. I mean, it happens. I mean, in most cases, these kids who just got everyone a silver platter, they get to be wasteful. Some really take that what you call whatever they were given to the next level. But then I always tell my son that whatever I'm actually making is mine, not yours. But I know exactly the back of my mind. I'm gonna have to give to him. I don't wanna give him that really pleasure of thinking that whatever he's doing, I know I'm gonna get it. You know what I mean? So you have to really put extra effort, more hours again.
Oh, thank you so much. I was inspired by your story, and me being Zimbabwean and you being Zimbabwean, I feel like I can relate more to your story. And thank you so much for the work that you're doing. You're not doing it just for yourself, you're not just doing it for Zimbabwe, but you're also doing it for Africa at large. And stories like this make me proud to be African. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
And thank you for giving me time to just talk to you and learn from you. I really appreciate to pick your brain.
It's an absolute pleasure. Thanks for hearing me.
Okay, thank you.